I'm Rick Kimberley with Kimberley Farms, and it's July 19th. Last week we had probably 2.5 inch rain here on this farm, which really was needed. We've come into the season with our subsoil lower than normal. Rainfall per month or every month has been a little on the lighter side than normal, but they have come in a timely manner. So things are looking good. The plants here, everything started off a little slow. We were so cool in the spring, plants, and we no-tilled some. Fields were slower about coming, but this field here is probably kind of a average field for us. We probably planted it the last of April, 1st of May, and so it's looking good here now. We'll dig a plant up here. I'll pull this one up here. It's good branching on this plant. The roots look good, they're going out, and this main tap root's going straight down. Shooting pods, we're flowering, we're potting, we're jointed close, and we started some pods on some of the earlier ones. So if we continue to shoot out these pods, now what can affect us? Next week, it looks like we're going to be dry. Next week to 10 days, we're going to be dry. And we're going to be hot. And that can affect some of these flowers, you know, if they abort. But we'll have to wait and see on that. But right now, this plant looks good. I think most of the field's going to be like this. And it could be very good yields if the weather cooperates. We had a good rainfall last week, and we really needed it, but there's some moisture. I mean, it's not abundant, it's not muddy, but there's moisture here to keep it going for a while, especially since our rows have canopied. It's going to keep the rows so they're not drying out as fast. You can see it still crumbles up, but there is moisture there. You see that little root system there, and that got the nodules on it. Well, that report came out the end of June and really kind of surprised a lot of people. They really added a lot of corn acres, more than what people were anticipating. But the big shock was that they lowered the amount of acres on soybeans. So they really dropped that. Of course, we're watching it every day. We're looking to get some new crops sold. Now we've come into this time frame, people are starting to realize, hey, those acres are dropped a lot and a lot more. And if we don't have a very good soybean crop, our stocks are going to really drop. If it does do that, most people anticipate the soybean price moving higher. Well, we've gone into this, we got a rainfall last week. We're looking forward now. The markets always are looking forward. They're not looking back. They're looking for the next rainfall. But right now, they're looking at the week to 10 days forecast. It calls extremely hot and dry. So the last 2 days, the market's been up big for corn and soybeans. And going into this next week to 10 days, if the forecast doesn't change, I anticipate the market's going to go higher. But there'll be a time when I'm going to say, I'm going to forward sell some. And so we're watching that real closely. But at this time, I'm probably just going to be sitting back and watching for a few days. See what happens. We get through the weekend and they still call for the next week hot and dry. This market's liable to take a big bounce again on the going up.